And so we are live. Good evening, everybody. You are welcome again. This is your African Queen. And funny enough, today we now have a gentleman in our midst. So it's now African Queen and African King. You can see him waving to you all, at the background there. So, guys, as usual, we are here again every evening. Saturday, we come your way to talk to you about this treasure that we all found on the online space. I'm very sure some of you who are used to our podcast or you'll be watching other people podcasts talking about the same business. This is what we do. And this business, we are all talking about it and we cannot stop talking about it because of what this business is doing for everyone and us. And you are not an exception. And we can't wait for you to join the workforce in this business. And much ado about nothing. My name is Mary. I'm a mom of three. I live in the United Kingdom. I'm a retired midwife. After 33 years of active working, I had decided to hang the towel after I found this gold mine of a business that has given me the flexibility, the time that I need, to do those things that matters to me. So now I'm an online digital business owner. So I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna be calling some of my colleagues. One of them is actually at the backstage at the moment. Obviously her camera is not on for obvious reasons, but it's okay. She can still speak behind the camera and you can still hear her. But before I bring her on, let me give room to Mr. Daoud, the king among the queens, to introduce himself. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dawood, and I live in United Kingdom as well. I work with the hard of hearing or the deaf community with sign language, and I'm originally from Gambia. So I've found this business very interesting after a long search for what I can do alongside my job. I come across this business, and we take the loop of faith, and here we are today.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Sister Katrina, are you able to speak? Can you introduce yourself to the viewers, please?
Yes, of course, I'm able to speak. Thank you so much for being here tonight or this afternoon, this morning, whichever time our viewers you'll be watching this video from. And my apologies, I've got technical issues and I'm unable to pop my camera on. But hopefully, if you've seen us before, you know my face. So my name is Catherine, and I live in the UK. I'm a radiographer by profession. I consider myself an encourager to my sisters. I've got two lovely sisters. I'm a daughter, and most importantly, I'm the daughter of the Most High God. And just as my fellow sister and King, I should say King and Queen has already said, we belong to this beautiful digital business community. And I am really proud to be part of this community because I've seen how this community is really transforming lives and lives of simple people just like myself and like yourself. So yeah, it's a privilege to be here at this hour to be able to share some of our insights with you. Back to you, Sister Mary.
Awesome. Thank you, sis. So yes, so that is what we do. Like I said, I mean, in our community, we have thousands and thousands of people all across the world because our business is global and obviously a lot of people connect from different parts of the world. So it's a very, very diverse community, very, very multilingual, very, very multicultural. You cannot feel lost when you come into this business because you will still find your own kind. And when I say your own kind, whatever race, whatever culture you belong to, you will find it inside this community. In fact, this is the biggest business community that I've seen that is so diverse and so multicultural. And it's so rich because, you have support. The support system is mind blowing. So, guys, our topic for tonight is showing on your screen and it says building businesses while still handling everything else. And as you all know, that sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelmed. Some people that hold on to their 9 to 5 job, or people who don't do 9 to 5. Maybe yours is you're doing shifts, like maybe you're in the health sector and you do long days and long nights and all of that. And it can get very, very overwhelmed. Sometimes you feel like, okay, can I actually do this and also add a business, plus run the family, run the home front? Because you can be a wife, you can be a husband, and you can also be an auntie or an uncle or a carer who has got a general oversight for people who are under your care. So sometimes people might get very, very overwhelmed, saying, I cannot do anymore. I think I've got my hand full. But what we are here tonight to say to you guys is, in actual fact, you can actually build businesses while still handling everything else in your life, right? Everything else that matters so much to you, you can still do some side hustle, if you want to call it side hustle. But this business, I can tell you, this is a genuine business that we are building, we are talking about, because the business has got a proven system, and it has been here for a little while. So I'm going to be asking my first speaker, Mr. Daudu, the king among the queens, to actually tell us, how was it easy for him to actually, even with his line of career, he was also able to find time, to incorporate a new, business line or business model that is fine. And what is it that attracted him to this type of business? Is it the concept? Is it the system? Is it the way it is programmed? What is it that attracted you to this particular business amongst other businesses? Because you said earlier on, you have been searching for a long time to find something that can fit into your daily schedule, until you found this one and you decide to now take a leap of faith. So take it over, Mr. Dawood. Let the audience know what actually inspired you.
Thank you very much, Sister Mary. As we all know, most of us immigrants, when we come to the diaspora, so especially I am in the UK, the first thing when you come is that how can you not only help yourself, but then how can you help your family back home? So that motivations keep you going. Sometimes even you don't want to go, you don't want to get up, but because of you think of your responsibility, you think of back home, that motivations keep you going. So with that motivation in mind, knowing that the 9 to 5 job that we are doing, at the end of the month, you feel like, where is it gone? All that hard work that I've done, where is it gone? So then you start looking for other solutions. So we've been looking for other solutions, me and my missus, and we've been searching for a lot of things. And to be honest with you, we've gone on to drop shipping. We've gone into affiliate marketing, on all sorts of things. But Amazon, FBA, we've done all that. But when it comes to the reality, that wasn't giving us what we wanted, and it wasn't taking us anywhere. So then we were just scrolling online, and then until we've come across this awesome business. So I said to myself, we need to, because of online, you have to be always mindful, and because of that mindfulness, it sometimes takes you so long before you make the final decision that, listen, this is what I want to do. Because to be honest with you, we've been seeing the ad coming on our feed all the time, but we always have this skeptical mind. Is this legit? Is this legit? Until one day I says, listen, if you don't try, you never know. So that loop of faith, so my faith overcome my fear, because sometimes you have to let your faith overcome your fear. Because we all have the fear of the internet, but sometimes you have to let your faith overcome your fear. Then I click on the link and then explain everything. And then it says that, all right, for you to start, you will pay $149, and that is refundable within the 30 days. If you like what you see and you want to carry on, then you keep it. If you don't like it, you have 30 days to withdraw your money. I said, this is fair enough. So then I clicked it, I paid it $149, and here I am today.
Awesome. Do not let one thing that you actually said in everything you said, apart from the motivation, be inspired. You said take a dive into the deep, because the golden fish is not found on the surface. You have to dive down. When you dive down into the ocean, that's where you see all kinds of fishes that you don't see floating on top. So I like that faith over fear, until you take that leap of faith, you can never know. You never know what you're going to find on the other side. And again, like you said, social media is here to stay. There are billions and billions of people, accessing the same platform day in, day out. Even at this particular second, there are people on social media doing all sorts of things, monetizing, blogging, surfing, all sorts. There's so much going on. So there is no way you will not be able to make it on social media if you know what you're doing, if you tap into the right resources that is available, into the right system. Because this is what we keep saying: don't just go into any business that you don't understand how it works. You need to do your homework. So, and I like the fact that you actually took your time. Yes, you have gone through it all. You search, you've done affiliate marketing, different type of affiliate, because there's all sorts of affiliate marketing, on the social media. And sometimes you can just get overwhelmed and you're thinking, which one is which? You don't know which one that you will go into that will not actually cost you a lot of, pain. Call it pain, because if you run into the wrong hands and you get scammed, then you're going to lose your money. And that is why we say, before you even start, do your due diligence, do your research, check the business concept, tap into the system, go in and see. And this one, is it legit? And that's another thing we talk about. Is it legitimate or is it not legitimate? And then the thing I also picked from what you said was the fact that they said it's 30 days money guarantee. So if you come in and you see you don't like what you see, or you don't think it will work for you, you get your money back. And that's it. And that is actually the truth about this whole thing. And that's part of the thing that also inspired me that, okay, fine, I'm not going to lose anything. There's nothing to lose. So you can actually come in and have a look. If it's for you, fine. Nobody's forcing you to stay. But if you think it's not for you, you get your money back. In fact, we're even saying 30 days. I've seen somebody that got her money back within 48 hours. I was just laughing. I said, this is not even 30 days. So, because the reason being is, why are we keeping your $149 for? If we are not going to do business with you, if you're not going to do business with us, why do we need to keep your $149? It's of no use to us, because what that $149 break down to do for you, you're not actually going to take opportunity of the leverage on that. So why do we need to keep the money? So that is the reason why it is refundable, 100% refundable. So let me give room to Catherine at the backstage. Yes, like I said earlier, viewers, her camera is not on for obvious reasons, but she can speak and we can hear her. So Catherine, you're a radiographer, and I know you work in a busy unit, busy NHS trust. How then is it possible for a radiographer to be able to incorporate, building something on the side in terms of owning a business? How easy is that? And what has been your experience so far?
Thank you for this question. And you know what? It is a very interesting question, because very often I think what hinders people from looking into doing anything else is time. Because as you said, our work is demanding. And apart from the physical demanding, you come home, you're exhausted. And all you want to do is put your feet up and then just rest. You don't want to do anything else. And that is the reality. I won't deny it. That is the reality. And if you ask me, where do I find time? I will say, I don't find time. I just have to make the time. Because the truth is, time is not sufficient. And if I have to rely on having time to do anything, nothing is ever going to get done. If I have to wait for time to tap into those admiration and the visions that I believe God has given me, it's not going to happen, because the truth is time is not available anywhere. But what has been my motivation and what has kept me going are my whys, because I know God has given me a vision, and the vision is beyond my 9 to, well, I don't do 9 to 5. Technically, our job is literally 24/7, because you've got shifts that covers every hour of the day. So the vision that God has given me is way beyond the role that I have within my healthcare. So I had to really be intentional and tell myself, okay, God has given me a vision and I know it's beyond what I'm doing right now. And in order for me to be able to step into it, I just have to use the resources that I have and carve time out of the time that I don't have. And I think what has really helped me is how this business is structured, because it's video based. We've got training that is really efficient, like it's video based, and you go by your own pace. Like nobody is chasing me to do it quicker. Nobody is chasing me to get results quicker. I go by my own pace, and because of that, even though my time is limited, obviously, but I'm able to use to carve time out of pockets of times that I've got. Like I'll make a typical example. I know I've got shift works and I've got rest days. On some of my rest days, instead of deciding to watch, I don't even have a television. I don't have a subscription to Netflix. So instead of, I know people enjoy themselves and they relax with those things. And absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. But I know I've got something to achieve, and the only way I can achieve it is making good use of the limited time that I have. So what I became intentional about is really making sure that I'm not wasting the time that I have got. So, like on my rest days, for example, I do have my rest. Trust me, I and my rest, we don't play. I do have my rest and I do take care of myself physically. But then in the midst of that, I make sure I dedicate a focus couple of hours of that day to work on my business, to improve myself, to learn something extra. And as I said, the way our platform is set up, it's set up in a way that you can easily just in your own time, in your own pace, follow the learning, follow the training, and then do things in your own way, do things in your own pace. And the most important and the most beautiful thing is having accountability partners. That is one of the other things that has really helped me. So I think at the beginning when we started, Sister Mary, you explained how everybody can find their own tribe within this community. And everybody is so helpful. And that is what has really helped me to keep going. And really, and it always comes down to being intentional, because when you're not intentional, nothing is ever going to change. So I would say, yeah, I'm busy with my career and I'm really doing my best to thrive in my career. But I know that my vision, and that is where knowing your why in life and what you're called to comes into play, knowing your purpose and knowing that your purpose can be way above your career, and knowing that you've got that vision push you and it keeps you going, and you don't allow your career to become the reason why you don't step forward to do something else that you know God has called you into. So yeah, the reality is career takes a lot of my time, but the other reality is God has given me a vision, he's given me a purpose, and I believe he's really called me into this community because this community has got a structure that can easily fit into the time that I have. So yeah, in simple, I think I've made it long, but yeah, in simple, that's exactly how I'm able to keep going, by just really tapping into the structure that our community has got available. Thank you so much. I'll
Awesome.
pass that back to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much for that. So, viewers, you've heard it all. So, we've talked about, you know, being selfless, being intentional, be committed, know why you are doing what you are doing. Very, very important, because if you know the reason why you are going into a business and what you have set for yourself to achieve in that business, that will be what will motivate you. So in the days when there is ups and down, when you're discouraged, because I can guarantee you will be discouraged at some point in this business, when you will think that I'm trying this, nothing seems to be working. But guys, when you focus on your why, the reason why you actually started this business, I tell you, just like when the farmer sow a seed, it's not that same day or that same year it starts to harvest. When you sow a seed, you have to water it, you have to grow it, you have to, do everything you need to do for that seed until you see the first shoot. When you see the first shoot, it gladdens your heart. That means that you are being productive. Your hard work is paying off. But does it mean that you started enjoying it? Not. Your enjoyment is still far from it. But once that fruit starts to bring out seed of its own kind, so that means you plant apple and you are now seeing apple coming out of that same tree that you planted, you will feel so happy. And before you know it, all the branches are covered with apples. So also in business, the day you start the business is not the day you start reaping. So guys, you can do this business and still hold down your 9 to 5, your long day shift, your 37.5 hour shift, your 48 hour shift, your 20 hour shift, however many hour shift you do, every week. You can still do this business on the side. We're not saying leave what you're doing and come and do business. No, you do what you're doing, because obviously every business that is an investment need money to fund it. You cannot just start a business and then shut down completely. So okay, yeah, I paid for my product, I filled my shop with products, so you lock the door. No, you don't. You have to show up for that business. You have to open the shop wide open for people to see what you're selling and for people to start understanding if your products meet their need, and from there onward they start patronizing you. That is how you grow business. Same thing with this business. We have platforms, we have systems, we have everything that you need to grow in this business. You come in, you see the business. If it's for you, fantastic. If it's not for you, nothing spoiled. You can still carry on searching on. Hopefully you find something. But if you have been seeing our ads and you've been seeing, this business online and you're still skeptical, we're saying come away from the place of being skeptical, come inside, have a peep, look at what we're doing and see. It might just be, the miracle that God is bringing your way. So guys, if you're ready, there are links wherever you're going to be seeing this podcast, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching this live, however way you find this, podcast, follow the link of the platform where you're seeing this and check out this business. It might just be something that will transform your life going forward. So thank you, viewers, for watching. We really appreciate your time. We're not going to take more than the time we have planned to take this evening, because we know you probably will be preparing for your dinner, if you're nighttime, you're preparing to go to bed, or if it's your early morning, you're preparing to go to, maybe you're going to church. I don't know. Whatever it is you have going, we wish you a lovely evening. And thank you so much for listening. And thank you for my co-partners for coming to support the live. God bless you all. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.